As South Africa celebrates Freedom Month, the National Financial Ombud, NFO, has reaffirmed its commitment to protecting credit consumers from exploitation and unfair practices, including reckless lending. The NFO resolves disputes with non-bank credit providers, achieving favourable outcomes for consumers for over 60% of cases. Lead Ombud Howard Gabriels says financial freedom is integral to the nation's democratic values and urges accountability from credit providers and vigilance from consumers. Well, he joins us now. Good afternoon and welcome to On Point.
Good afternoon, Juliet.
What specific measures is the NFO implementing to address rising complaints about reckless lending and maladministration in the credit industry?
The NFO is really an important part of educating consumers about their rights. This weekend we celebrate Freedom Month. We celebrate the introduction of the Constitution after the 1994 elections. And this rights culture that was introduced is really important in making sure that consumers understand what their rights are, especially in relation to credit, because in view of the constitutional era, the National Credit Act has really introduced measures to protect consumers' rights in relation to credit. So we really encourage consumers to claim those rights, but we also emphasize that consumers have a responsibility to make sure that they abide by the agreements they sign, that they abide by the provisions of those agreements, and make sure that they take action to ensure a healthy financial existence. So the National Financial Ombud is a body that receives complaints from consumers against credit providers. These complaints range from sometimes very simple complaints like getting a paid-up letter so that one can repair their credit profile on the credit bureaus, to more complex matters like reckless lending, where credit providers did not do a proper affordability assessment in line with the provisions of the Act and the regulatory environment. So we really encourage consumers, when they suspect that something is not right, that they contact us. Our service is free of charge to the consumers.
How does the NFO ensure its independence and impartiality when resolving disputes between consumers and non-bank credit providers?
The independence of the Ombud system is fundamental, because what we are providing is a service where consumers have failed to reach a resolution in their direct engagement with the credit provider or the financial institutions. And really central to that question of independence and impartiality is that we do not take sides either in favor of the consumer or in favor of the credit provider, that we wholly base our investigation on the facts of the measure, measured against the National Credit Act and other legislation. And it's important that we understand that in that respect, what drives the outcome of a complaint is the facts of the matter against the framework of the law.
Now, do you have any plans to expand your outreach to ensure more South Africans can access your free dispute resolution services?
Already we have quite a broad range of access points. So we have a telephone number 0860 800 900, which is a free call consumers can make. Consumers can access us through the website which is nfosa.co.za. And then there are other measures like emails that can be sent. There's a WhatsApp line.
Yes.
And all the time we're trying to make it easy for consumers to contact us so that we can log that complaint they may have.
And lastly, what about unsolicited SMSs and emails from these credit providers who say you've been pre-approved for a loan, and as I say, unsolicited, and then you have people who would be considering taking a loan, almost being forced into taking a loan because now all of a sudden it's all there for them to see. What is the legal framework to protecting consumers from that? I mean, that's tempting people who probably can't afford it.
Yeah, in fact, there are worse people than just sending you an SMS to entice you with a loan. And really, in this environment, consumers need to exercise caution.
And can they report those SMSs? Could they report those SMSs or unsolicited emails to the NFO to handle for them?
Yes, and sometimes we may not be able to deal with it, but we would be able to guide them to the right institution to deal with it.
Thank you so much.
There are times when we are able to deal with it, but other than that, we will be able to refer them.
Ombud Howard Gabriels chatting to us there about the NFO and freedom when it comes to making financial choices and credit loans.